You don't think that is what I would usually do. You know it's just like I felt the heat the moment he pressed his lips up against mine. Don't wanna fuck this whole thing up like I do every time. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. In the quiet, all my thoughts run free. So I drown them out at night with my TV. You know I got to try to ignore these thoughts that go back and forth inside my head. I should stop before I'm in too deep and I can't go back. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. So I've come to the conclusion, just a rotten piece of fruit. So I'll end up dying slowly, rotting away. See, I just want to be able to climb without a fall, to get out of this maze and run. Please
die, until I die.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape. Close through the night. I won't let go until the sunrise. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Wave goodbye to your city life, and say hello to the desert sky. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. almost ready to surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my eyes from you. Don't tell me why. I know, you won't save my life. Save my life. If you keep on, you're making the waves. You and I will never be saved. Be saved. If the walls come down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Meta HSE Rocket League. I am your caster today, one of two. Name is Formal, by the way, and I am joined by none other than Chris the Average.
Afternoon, Max. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rocket League for the final time online this year, and we've got a good game. Well, good days of games. We have a good day of action here coming up. 4 crisp games to showcase to you, and well, most of them they have significant playoff implications here. 3 teams currently stuck at 2-1. Unley currently having the overall lead with 3-0, so they just need to win 1 and they have effectively secured their spot to MEO. But for everyone else, if they win 2, they're in. If they all go 1-1, well, it'll be interesting.
Chaos happens. But let's go back a bit though and take a look at what we are going to be seeing for today. As for those of you who have been following us, this has been the national group stage. So every state has sent a team representative. They are playing in a round robin where the best 2 teams get to play at MEO. At the moment, it has been dominated by Unley College, I believe, the South Australian, well, Unley High School. Some of them have college in the name, but yeah, Unley High School, the South Australian team. They're looking undefeated. They're looking super strong, and as you mentioned, it is a 3-way chase for that second place position. But with every team playing 2 games, anything can happen. What we will be seeing today will be Unley versus Bayside in our opening match. Then we will be watching SRC from Western Australia take on the Queensland Redbacks, in both of these teams looking for their first win. Following, we go to Mags versus Bayside, in which could be a potential win and in situation for Mags. So those of you from New Zealand who want to see possibly 2 teams at MEO, definitely want to tune into that one. And then our last match will be Unley taking on SRC. As you've noticed though, there's a team missing in all of this, and that is Kiama.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kiama have had some technical issues, and they will only be playing with 2 players today. So they're taking on Mags in their first game, and then they'll be taking on Redbacks in their finale. I think they can still win that game, but unfortunately, we won't be able to see it, but that could be very crucial depending on how these results go.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting situation because Kiama is currently that number 2 team, really. They have the win over Bayside, which is a major advantage, but assuming in this 2v3 situation, they're playing against some pretty good teams. I believe it's their match actually against Mags in the first round. That will tell us a lot. If Mags is able to get that win and then beat Bayside, they essentially will secure that number 2 spot. So a lot of good fortune for New Zealand, a bit of bad luck for New South Wales, but at the same time, Bayside, the Victoria squad, they might be finding that second chance back into this tournament thanks to what happened. Although if they can win this first game against Unley, that'd be amazing.
If Bayside can somehow get the upset here, well, it throws everything into effectively chaos, because that opens up a situation where Unley can hypothetically not directly qualify, and if somehow Kiama Kiama somehow wins, there are 2 possibilities on a folly sheet I have right in front of me that mean Unley will not make it to MEO. Now, I'm giving those. Well, if I was a betting man, I would be giving those about 1,000 to 1 odds, as it looks like we might have to re-lobby here, as it looks like we are having to face a re-lobby, unfortunately, which is a pain, but what can you do? It does sometimes happen.
That will be all right. Also, at this time, I think we might throw it over to a quick word from one of our sponsors in this one, Torrens University, able to sponsor this event. They have a little bit of a message that they want to send to everyone. So we have that fun bit of news as well. If we want to do that, or apparently we'll be doing that later. Yeah, so a bit of a whoops, bit of a whoopsie doopsie.
A bit of a bra moment, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, just making me look silly. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to looking silly. Let's talk predictions then, as we get this lobby remade. Who do you think are going to be the two teams coming out of this one? I think Unley is definitely a favorite one, considering they're undefeated, considering they haven't actually even dropped a game yet. Then they have a relatively easier schedule, so they're a pretty safe lock for that number 1 seed. But when looking at number 2, it really comes down to that Mags versus Bayside match, or does the squad of 2 pull it off?
Yep, and I've just been informed Kayama have pulled out. Kayama have pulled out of the competition. So, yeah, that is pretty big news. I'm not sure what's going to happen table-wise, because we might see games auto-revert to a auto-win for teams, but that throws things into a very interesting spot right now. So,
yeah, it definitely, once again, this is fantastic news for Bayside. Like, they're loving what has just happened. For Mags, however, it really is going to put the pressure on them in that, final round game, our 3rd game of the night. That's even more critical. Again, Bayside gets this win right now. They're looking in a fantastic spot, but yeah, knowing that Kayama is no longer in the tournament, it is a real shakeup for that 2nd seed.
Yeah, and as a New South Welshman, that does hurt to see as well. I thought Kayama were going to make it to MEO. I was actually going to say, if they somehow made it to tiebreakers, they would have had a shot. It would have been minor, but they would have had a shot, all things considered. But fortunately, they've pulled out. So just like your Queensland team in league competition last week, looks like both of our teams have decided to uproot and leave the flock, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, look, at least your League of Legends team is looking very, very strong, as well as your Rocket League team. I think New South Wales has a chance to get
Incarnation.
The double representation at MEO. New Zealand also looking for that double representation. For those of you who are a bit unsure what we're talking about, as well as Rocket League, League of Legends will be played here through Meta HSE at MEO. Rangitoto, the New Zealand League of Legends team, looks unstoppable at the moment. Like, it's kind of horrifying how strong they look. And if you want to see them action, go ahead and check out the other Meta HSE stream. That said, this one is for Rocket League, so it's not the double Rangitoto, but it will be double New Zealand perhaps at MEO. Could be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a fan of any of the Kiwi teams, or both of you are so inclined, I mean, you must be feeling pretty darn good about your chances now for MEO. Let's go back to predictions, because after Kayama had effectively left us, this effectively brings us into a 2-horse race for that 2nd spot. But I've just cut down my folly sheet, and there's a few interesting things here to consider. So according to this, Unley will have effectively all but guaranteed themselves a spot at MEO. There are only 2 chances that they will be a 3-way tie with Unley in them, and Unley might have to deal. Wait, I think I might have screwed that up. Yes, I have, but it doesn't matter because it has Kayama winning, so it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen now. If you're going to put a gun to my head, from what I saw last week, I would say Mags probably have the edge, but I don't know. This might go on to a head-to-head fight.
All right, well, that said, we will be taking a quick break before we get into this action, so please don't go anywhere. Unley versus Bayside coming up very, very shortly.
Stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, cause you just don't know. But some things never should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again.
Hey, everybody. We are here and welcome back. Going to be starting very momentarily for a match between Unley and Bayside. So as we were talking about it before, Kayama unfortunately has dropped out of this competition, and as a result, they are ineligible to advance. Bayside is still one of those teams fighting for second. Unley looking for that undefeated group stage record. We will be getting into this match very momentarily in this one. Who do you like? Who do you believe is going to win it?
The game's about to start. Only 2-1 for me, but Bayside can definitely cause the upset as we go to the kickoff. Let's start day 2 of the Meta High School Rocket League national stage.
Yeah, and already Exodus has a quick demolition, so this is a good start for the orange side in this one. Unfortunately, I can't really tell you who is on which side. Are you aware?
If I remember correctly, red side will be Bayside.
So orange is
that was close.
Orange is Bayside, blue side is Unley. That is important to know, and it does make sense when we're looking at this early aggression coming out of the undefeated team. Jossitex has a chance for the shot, unfortunately going a little bit wide to the right, but this is that same sort of trend we see from those hyper-aggressive, stronger teams. It's just all attack non-stop, and if you're the team that's perhaps maybe less skilled or less confident, you're playing so much defense. Delusion taking it all the way.
And after about maybe 4 or 5 shots at the net, most of them going off the backboard, Delusion with the 1-2 to himself. Exocet tries to clear out, but in fact just gives it back to Delusion. And that will be how the cookie crumbles for the first goal here with Unley 1-0.
Was that what movie was that? The Jim Carrey movie with the cookie crumbling. Evan Almighty, or Bruce Almighty.
Good.
Which one was it? Was it Evan or Bruce first? That was a Bruce Almighty reference. There it is. Anyways, back into the game. It's another quick score coming for Unley.
Mud Noodle with the conversion here, Delusion with the assist, and while nice shot from him there, goes wide, just has to direct it in, no one in the goals, and that will be a quick 2-0.
Yeah, so a very fast start for our undefeated squad. I was a little bit concerned that maybe they were thinking, we already have a nice significant lead in this tournament. We can maybe put, ease up on the gas, but that does not seem to be in Unley's playbook.
Nah, they want to go pretty much balls deep here early on, and, well, they've shown it quite easily. I mean, they've had probably about 80% possession of the ball. They have had effectively all the shots, and they've rarely been inside their own half for this game. We do see Bayside slowly start to bring on some sort of attack, but Unley already with a crucial 2-0 advantage here. That ball should get shuttled away. Good shot there from Josh Ortex.
Yeah, it was a good demo, though, to keep the offense going at the moment for Bayside. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep that same aggression, so we are looking at another Unley opportunity. Jossitex going to the skies, not going to find the spike, but Mud Noodle is there, and it's an easy third goal.
And Bayside, they scamper away from the goals. They had 2 players there. And Exodus, he overcommits. He is effectively going for a boost while the ball is heading straight into the net. And Unley, well, that 2-1 is looking a lot closer to a 2-0 right now.
Yeah, I mean, that almost looked like a triple commit coming out of Bayside, which is definitely not something you want to do when behind, because that's just going to dig yourself that deeper and deeper hole. It's all about counterattacking. It's all about defenses. That was a long shot coming out from Unley right there, and they're going to continue. What an aerial play from Mud Noodle.
Let's look at the replay here. That ball cleared out by Marks, and then Mud Noodle just has to fly up, tap it in with the nose of the car. And it's No easy goal for Unley. 4-0, your current score.
Yes, and if you are Bayside thinking you might have a chance in the top 2, this is not how you want to start off your day. I don't want to call it a straight-up momentum killer yet, but I'd like to see them get something going. Mudnoodle, unfortunately, not going to get the follow-up with that one-touch shot. However, is in position to set it up. Good clear, though, coming out from Mesmeriz. Delusion, though, a half-pitch shot with the follow-up, not the correct positioning.
Yeah, just not really in the right spot there for the shot, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because Unley have just been dominating so far in this game. And while Bayside, they've had a few answers, but it just hasn't been enough here as Exodus, he goes to try and put it in the zone, but fortunately no one coming up the corridor. Very unfortunate for him. Has to walk quickly back onto the fence here. Exodus has to go effectively from net to net just to save that. He's going to have to go up again. That ball's on target.
Angle.
Yeah, very weird angle, but Josh Shortex able to clear it out quite nicely, and Unley should be back on the attack.
Oh, does he have the spike? Mega, unfortunately, going a little bit too high. And now we see Josachex has a pretty open goal. It's going to try and dribble it. Good juke right there, passing it to the team. But the follow-up isn't there. A good clear coming out. I believe that was Mesmeriz, who now has a bit of a breakaway. Dodges one, can't get past the second as Josachex is able to knock it back. A minute and a half to go. Still no points on the board for Bayside as they're trying to play defense. Can't get there in time. Delusion with the score.
And that was just crisp, clean communication there from Unley. Let's just look at this replay. Josh, he just taps it in effectively for Delusion. He just has to slot it in straight dead center of the net. And that is what you want to see from a team like Unley, who's just has perfect communication, near perfect rotation of the ball for the high school level at the very least. And I'm pretty sure I said this last week, but if these guys stay together, they could perform at a very high level in the general Oceanic Rocket League scene.
Yeah, they definitely have been looking very strong throughout this tournament, although at the moment they are on defense going for this aerial plays. This is what I mean about letting up on the gas pedal a bit, but I do appreciate how they got 5 goals for us before they've started going for the more style plays. And look at this pass! Look at this setup! And the goal comes off the top crosspost, but it's still not out of danger just yet. A nice aerial dribble attempt coming out of Exodus, I believe, was not able, though, to get it past the Unley boys. So the offense will continue. A bit of a center right now. No one's really trying to go for it as we hit 45 seconds left. That ball still anyone up for grabs. Maybe it'll be Mesmeriz, who does get a bit of offense going for this orange side. Bayside maybe have an opportunity here, but Delusion is just making things so difficult to the skies. Not going to find it. Mesmeriz, though, able to catch it, and there is the clear, so no goal just yet.
And I just want to point out what Exodus is doing. He's doing so much work in both attack and defense. Mesmeriz as well, he's doing a fair bit, but Exodus, it feels like he's 1v3ing at the moment. He's just trying so hard to keep his team in, but 10 seconds left. We all knew this game was over a very long time ago, but Josh Shortex just clears it out into the net. And that will be 6-0. Just a pretty clean goal from here as Bayside, well, they need to rethink their entire strategy here if they want any hope of taking out game 2.
Yeah, a very strong performance coming from this blue side in our opening match. Really, you have to give credit where credit is due. Unley picking up right where they left off from last week, looking as strong as ever. Up 1-0, but these are best of 3, so there's still plenty of time for Bayside to fight back. I know, casting with you, Chris, we've seen some crazy things in Rocket League. So definitely not out of the equation just yet, but definitely an uphill battle. And if you are Mags and sitting back and watching this, knowing that, okay, because of the dropout of Kayama, you actually have a bit of time before you play next, you can watch, you can study, you've got to feel pretty good about your chances of going to Melbourne.
Definitely, and for the Victorians, Bayside, well, they're being shown pretty badly here, all things considered. Obviously, it's a high school league that they're not going to be at a high level, but I was expecting a little bit more, to be completely honest, from what I saw last week at Bayside, and it looks like they haven't turned up. They might just be a little bit slow in the first game, but yeah, if you are Mags right now, you must be thinking, we are in such a good spot to get second place and to get to the Melbourne Esports Open.
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now, due to essentially what was a free win for Mags, I'm almost curious if, due to the math, Bayside drops this game, they'll have dropped 2 games. Mags has dropped 1 game, I believe. So no, it's not quite an auto. No, Bayside will have dropped 3 games. I actually believe Mags gets in with a Unley win.
I'm just checking and... what? No, it will go to head-to-head, according to a few of these. But,
Okay.
But I do have to fix up the folly sheet because they do have Kayama still in it. So obviously we do need to fix that up. Anyways, game 2 already underway here. It's going to be an early attempt from Josh, but it's unable to get it into the net here. Megamaui trying to clear it out. We'll be able to get a pass and into the halfway zone.
Yeah, Mud Noodle, though, is going to be the first one on that clear. More aggressive coming out of Unley. The score is now evened up at 0-0, so really they have to be treating this full bore. And once again, what we see from the better teams is they're not afraid to take to the sky, and that's not something I've seen too much out of Bayside. Delusion, a quick goal.
Delusion with the gavel angle there, and just look at this replay. He just has to give it the lightest of touches. Exodus just couldn't respond in time, and that sneaks into the net as within the first 30, Unley already up 1-0.
Yeah, they are definitely up in this one. Very quick, strong start.
Here we go,
A bit of a shot right there from Exodus, and he'll punch it in, though, so we have a tie game.
Yeah, and as I said, Exodus doing a lot of work in game 1, and well, the payoff finally comes through here with another very tight angle goal. That one doesn't even touch the floor as we're tied back up at 1-1.
Yeah, what a spike that was, not needing the ground, and we actually have a game 2 on our hands. How will Unley be able to respond to a reinvigorated Bayside, who are already looking to play aggressive and go on the attack once more? That said, though, Delusion, he was the star of game 1. He's unable to make a connection there, but not enough of a capitalization coming out of Bayside means a second attempt. No, it is Bayside who will get it. Okay, we're playing volleyball, a bit back and forth. Just checks. What a shot. Mud Noodle as well, able to try and corner it. Perhaps this is the setup for Unley. Good save by Mega Maui.
Yeah, very good save there from Maui. Mostly been doing a lot of defensive work so far in this series, but yeah, after a very good start, Unley returned to put a lot of pressure on. Ball nearly gets a double tap in, but unable to get a pass across bar here. Ball has reset so far. And now Unley, they're probably thinking, do we continue going aggressively? Or do we let the goal completely open? Because here comes Mesmerize with Bayside taking the lead.
What a misstep right there from Unley. This is it looked like a triple commit. They were just expecting to win that face-off, but in reality, all what Megamirage had to do was just sort of tap it by him. So a quick goal right there after what was a long rally, and all of a sudden Bayside has the lead.
Yeah, they go for the 50-50. It doesn't work out, and they leave the net completely open. So Mesmerize, well played there from him, able to give his team the lead for the first time this afternoon. And now the question is, do they continue on the attack, or do they just park the bus? We saw the team last week park the bus as well when they had a 1 or 2 goal advantage against, it was either Unley or Mag. And it just didn't work out. As how does that ball not go in?
Mesmerize just doing so much work, and with that, actually, they're able to clear it off the backside, so Bayside might have an opportunity to go 3, up to 2, but Delusion, that ball control is insane. It doesn't matter, though, it's the mid-pitch shot, there's no one in the goal, it's too high, with the spike, though, Exodus gets it, a 3-1 lead for Bayside.
And this is the Bayside I wanted to see. Good backboard play there, and a good game sense as well from Exodus, able to just get it on the half volley, just spike it back down, get it into the net, and once again, Unley, they leave the net pretty under-defended there, so they are probably being punished finally for their hyper-aggressive play style, but it might pay them a few dividends as, is that going in? Yes, it is. Delusion quickly with the response.
Delusion, a good response right there. Delusion's aerial game has been on point. We've seen his ball control throughout, and really, it's finally accumulated into a goal, making that control pay off. They bring it back within one. Unley looking to secure that #1 seed. They want to go to MEO as that top team. They've got to make a bit of a comeback to do it, but it is within their realm of possibilities. The shot from Delusion, but a save from Exodus keeps hopes alive for Bayside.
Yeah, good save there from Exodus as he brings it back up into the attack here. Now Mesmerize keeps it to the center, but this will actually work out quite nicely for Unley here. A solution back up into the air, goes for the double, but is unable to connect the second shot properly here. Just something to point out, we've only seen 2 O's so far in the national round robin, so this could be a very big chance of finally seeing our first game free.
This could be the one that breaks the 2-0 streak, but not if Unley has anything to say about it. They're on the attack right now, and they are playing it very patiently. Only one person committing at a time. They're trying to get that center, trying to force the misplay out of Bayside. Mega Maui does not connect with the clear, but that's okay. They are still playing safe enough on Bayside. That patience paying off in dividends. There's no holes in this defense yet. Delusion trying to almost force his way through, unable to find much. Josh Ortez with the setup, but it's a good clear. I believe that was Mesmerize who got it out, and just like that, Bayside is once again on the attack.
And that's such an important, that's such an important clear as well. Just getting that little bit of breathing room after a good 30 seconds of being on full defense effectively, and just give you time to reset, time to clear out, and time to set up for potentially even the game winner.
Yeah, that is where we're at right now as Josh Ortex, once again trying to get that clear because Unley, they don't want to give up, their undefeated streak. They have looked infallible so far in this tournament, and finally it's Bayside who are kind of making them bleed a little bit. Once again, there's that strong defense. Exodus actually is doing a little bit of solo dribbling. He's able to get past one, but not in the direction of the goal. He's going to have to center it, and there's no one there to follow it up.
Yeah, no one in the corridor there. Very unfortunate for Bayside, but now they're quickly back on the defensive. But can they hold out for 35 seconds? Salusa just pops it up, 50-50.
Ariel!
Ariel! What a goal there from Josh Ortex! As look at this, the perfect setup there into the 50-50. He wins it very, very cleanly, and he just needs to pop it into the side net. He does exactly so, and we're tied up with 28 seconds left.
We are tied up, and I really do believe this is Bayside's last chance to go to Victoria to play. Well, they live in Victoria, but to go to MEO itself. Mud Noodle, though, with that clear, they want to keep that undefeated streak going. He's taking it to the skies with 13 seconds left. He cannot find the goal. A good defensive clear. 10 seconds till overtime. Unless the crazy happens, Bayside's on the attack. They're trying to find their way in, but no, it's not meant to be. As we hit that sudden death 0-second mark, no aerial game to be found from either side. We have overtime.
And that was such a good clear from Mesmerize. That could have easily went in for a goal, but the last gasp defense there from Unley will make sure that we head into OT. Good bit of grub play there coming up from Exodus just to deny a shot coming up from Unley. Now he's already in the air, but he does have an up boost.
Madudo with that weird angle shot finds the goal, and with that Unleash will secure the #1 seed.
Yes, there's no way they lose it now. Unley have secured their spot at the Melbourne Esports Open. Congratulations to them as well. Mud Noodle, nice little goal there, gets it in the corridor. No one really in a good position to defend, and that's how the cookie crumbles here. 2-0 to Unley. They go 4-0 now, and, well, it's effectively their tournament to lose.
Yeah, just that, but I really am curious, can you do that quick math right now? And I believe with that, Mags may have secured themselves that #2 spot. I honestly do believe that. I'm doing the math myself because we need to know.
No, it will go it will depend on the head-to-head.
Yes.
Because remember, I'm not sure about, because the problem is right now, we don't exactly know what the rule is with Kayama. Is it an auto win for all games, or is it only wins for today's game and the one game they lost last week? So that's the situation we're in right now. We're not 100% sure of it. So that makes trying to figure out who gets second place a bit tricky right now. And we are currently seeking clarification as well, obviously. Yes. So as soon as we get that, we will pass it on and we can finally say for sure if Mags have already qualified. But to me, currently, it looks like it will be going to that game at 4 o'clock because there is no head-to-head currently. I think that's the safest assumption right now.
Yeah, that would be the safest assumption. It is a little too early to call it, but if you are a fan from South Australia rooting Unley on, congratulations. That #1 seed has been locked in for that squad. They will be the favored going to MEO. They did it in fantastic fashion. That was one of the closest games I have seen since casting for Meta. Going into overtime that game too, the clutch goal at the end, this team looks so good.
Yeah, Unley have really proven themselves to be the benchmark team, and well, they showcased it again. They were under pressure for the most part of that second game, but there's something in basketball they call it the clutch team. Like when you're in a very tough spot, you can just go in hard and somehow pull a victory from effectively nowhere. Unley seems to have that clutch gene, and well, it's working out quite well for him as they have qualified for MEO.
Yeah, that said, we will be back with more Rocket League coming up. It's the battle of the two winless teams, SRC, taking on the Redbacks, so do not go anywhere. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Meta HSE National Group Stage for Rocket League. We've already had one cracker of a match as we saw Unley take down Bayside. Yes, it was 2 games, but it did go into overtime, and now it's sort of the opposite end of the table as 2 teams looking for their first win go at it. SRC taking on the Redbacks. I, of course, am Formal Casting, joined by Chris the Average. Here we go.
Yeah, we're all about ready to go in here in what is effectively the battle of the battlers here. Both these teams went 0-3 last week, so they're looking for their first win, well, for this entire national stage. This is obviously not including Kayama from last week, but in saying that, it gets confusing now because of what's happened so far earlier today. But yeah, both of these teams showed summer highlights, but at the same time, there was a lot to be left aside from them. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, and it's going to be interesting to see who will take out the victory.
Well, honestly, as a Queenslander myself, My heart is with the Redbacks, and I already know they're going to be winning their next match because it was going to be against Kayama. For SRC, though, they're looking at Unley in the final round. This could be their last chance to actually get that win, so I think a lot is on the line for the blue side, but a goal already for SRC.
Yeah, an early lead here for the Western Australians as, well, nice little sideboard play there. Gustav able to just wait for Acid to bounce it off, and he just has to slot it in very easily there as they go 1-0.
Yeah, a good start for SRC. This is what they're hoping for, but how will the Redbacks respond? A aerial play not quite able to connect. Still, the offense should be there, but it seems as if Redbacks are very eager to drop back in defense instead, not keep that aggression going.
Yeah, they immediately retreat back to their defensive third here. Very interesting call. Normally, you see most teams just try and apply pressure on, but they decide against it. So they're hoping for maybe a set play, but they now get the ball control here. They start to move Zinx with control, but Evolution Embers just comes in on top and knocks it away.
Something, though, what I do like about that is, hold on 1 second, it's in the attack, and Gustav gets his second goal of the match.
And, well, this was a very interesting goal here. Fairly chaotic as well. We just see Gustav gives himself the old 1-2, and he gets it in with the Michelin Man coming out from...
Isn't that Stay Puft Marshmallow?
Yes, that is Stay Puft. Sorry, I've got my mascots wrong. I apologize to all Ghostbusters fans out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can understand how you can get them confused. They're each giant white turds. A quick goal coming from the Redbacks. They're turd people.
First of all, bruh. Second of all, good shot there from Rinkaroo. Able to just get it in to the other side of the net. The defense there from SRC, not really there. We now go to 2-1, and remember, one's made out of marshmallows, one's made out of tires. They're not made from poop.
No, they're not really organic materials, both of them very artificial, as the Redbacks are the ones who get that first bit of offense going. It's Outcast trying to find a way through the defensive three that is SRC, and almost got there, not quite. Zinx has a bit of a setup. No one's going to follow up just yet. Doesn't matter, though, because there's a triple commit. Gustav is still back to defense. Outcast should be able to intercept this. Going on to the point before that second goal I was going to make, yes, it was an odd decision that the Redbacks made when they kind of gave up on that attack early, but it still was a decision. I like the communication. The demo enables the goal.
I feel that was more of an accidental demo here. Let's look at the replay because that was very chaotic. And, yeah. I don't really know what to say for that one. I think that was just everything working out perfectly there.
Does that count as an own goal when that happens? Because that was an SRC member demoing a member of the Redbacks, but it propelled the ball into the goal.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. Rocket League doesn't count as their own goal, unfortunately, but Evolution Embers is... And, well, it's an interesting game so far. We can at least say that.
No, it's been a fun one. Definitely a close match between these two teams. Nothing to fight for except for pride, and they are stepping up to the plate. Bayside did respond after the 0-2 start, getting 2 quick goals, but once again, it's SRC in the lead, winning the face-off as well, but not going to commit to this attack. Outcast actually missing the clear. Fortunately, they are a team, and I believe that was Renekru able to sort of intercept it and possibly get it back on the offensive side, but it bought enough time for SRC to get their own attack going. Gustav with the center play off of the backboard. Acid is the follow-up, but unable to get a good, clean shot. No clear attempt just yet. It's actually a bit of a demo, kind of to help out the Redbacks. With that, they have some offense going. Rinkaroo with the setup, but no, a very clean clear from Evolution Embers, who looks like the MVP of this first game.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work along with Gustav as well, but yeah, it's definitely an... How do I want to say this? This game is just... It's, as he said, it's fun, but at the same time, from what we've been seeing, it's been very interesting to watch. We haven't really seen as much of an aerial game so far.
No.
But no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's pretty much been non-existent except for shots like what we just saw right there from Evolution Embers. They know how to jump up and sort of like block in the air, but not so much be offensive in the air. And that's the difference between, you know, teams like Unley and Bayside and Max versus, you know, the bottom teams of this national ladder. That said though, because each of these teams are so similar in skill, we have an incredibly tight match.
Yeah, 3-2 with 1 minute left on the board here. And that could have easily been 4-2, but Ember's just very unlucky there as now Outcast will overshoot. But yeah, as I said, there is a lot to be left aside from both of these teams, but they know how to play Rocket League to a good level here as Outcast have to just make sure that ball does sneak into the bottom corner.
Evolution
Goes
oh!
up, 50-50.
Yeah, Rinkaroo, great save right there, and all of a sudden, Redbacks in position to tie this game with 30 seconds remaining. Gustav goes for the corner clear, but Outcast is there to center up. Where is that aerial attempt? Here it comes! It's a tie game!
Yeah, tie game 3 all here. Fairly chaotic once again as Outcast brings the ball back into the corridor. Zinx will win the 50-50.
It's a 50-50 against his own teammate.
Yeah, it's still 50-50.
Yeah, it was a double commit. That could have actually been disastrous for the Redbacks, but they're able to tie it with 25 seconds to go. Zink looking for that quick goal, and he gets help from SRC!
No, honestly, you hate to see it there. Own goal coming out from Acid. He had the right idea, but he just doesn't get the right angle on it. That gets carried into the net. Just like that, the Queenslanders will take the lead for, I believe, the first time today.
Yeah, this is their first lead, and at such a clutch moment with 20 seconds remaining, can SRAC mount that comeback and take it into overtime? Probably not if they're on defense. Zinx has a chance, not going to find that opening yet. 10 seconds to go, and it's looking all Redbacks unless Evolution can make something happen. Rinkaroo denies it, and that should be the game. OC Redbacks taking the first one, 4-3. Yes!
Nearly another goal there at the death, but just goes wide of the mark and will end at 4-3. But yeah, a lot to take away from that first game. Both teams, as we said, not a lot of aerial attack, but saying that, there were a few moments where especially Zinc just came from the clouds just to tap it into the net. That was some really good plays there, and it shows why, I mean, this shows why OC were somewhat competitive in the New South Wales bracket, because as you all will recall, they played in that bracket and then they qualified for Nationals by being the best Queensland team in that division.
Yeah, it definitely was a good show from, you know, the Queensland boys in this first game around. But this also, out of all the matches we've seen, I think stands the best chance to go to our elusive Game 3. SRC, very evenly matched against the Redbacks, so it can go either way. I'm excited to see if SRC can make it happen. I've been particularly impressed with the play out of Evolution Embers. Yes, he didn't have, you know, the 2 goals that Gustav did, but his mechanics definitely seem to be on point, and I think if SRC is going to play around anyone, it's going to be him.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Max, because as he said, excuse me, his mechanics have been were really on point in that first game. You could just see him just trying to control the flow. He was able to for the most part, but just because how the game was played, he couldn't get the control as he wanted for the most part. He was able to get some sort of control, but just wasn't enough. Anyways, Game 2 has already begun. Let's see if he can get a bit more control for SRC as they look to try and come back against Redbacks.
That they do. The other member on SRC I'm going to be looking at is Acid. I feel he needs to step up and really be a larger playmaker and contributor for his team. At times it almost felt like a 2v3 in game number 1, especially we know when that own goal happened, maybe it was a 2v4. But he definitely can turn it back around, become the hero for this team. I think his teammates have to believe in him. The communication has to be there. SRC might be able to take this one as Zink, though, leading the offensive charge, or is he? It's a good clear attempt, but Outcast did sit back. He has an open net. Does he have the speed for the goal? No! There is the impact from Acid I was looking for.
Yeah, and as you're saying, go, the man giveth and the man taketh away here as he's able to deny, and well, could have been a fairly easy goal there for the Redbacks, but will now force the ball to get into the Redbacks defensive third, and they're forced into a bit of a tricky spot right now as SRC, they look to try and force some sort of attack. Acid goes up. Can he get a goal? No, we'll go wide of the mark.
Also hit way too high. Unfortunately, no follow-up off the rebound, but now there's another chance. No! It's another miss, this time coming out of Goose. He was unable to follow it up, which should put the Redbacks back on the offense at the moment. You can see the set out coming out of Rinkaroo. It's going to drop in front of the net, but a bit too early out of Zinc means the goal goes wide right.
Evolution Ember's there, perfect place to be there just to stop the ball. As he goes at a shot, we'll just drive a bit high there. What could have been another easy goal, but still, about 100 seconds gone past. We're still at 0-0, and as you said, this could be where we finally see the elusive decider game, the first one in this round robin for the national stage. Could we see it? Well, it depends on SRC, and well, from what we're seeing, well, they have a pretty good shot of forcing it here, as Zinc just goes for a bit of a grubby play.
Yeah, they definitely have that opportunity. Outcast couldn't quite get the follow-up that he needed for the goal there. Acid, a bit of a solid clear, but with everyone playing so defensively right now for SRC, I think it's really hard, for them to like really break it through right now. It should be noted actually that the two teams did switch sides. Last game the Redbacks were orange, now they are blue for those who haven't been able to follow too much there. Like, you might be getting confused. That is why Rinkaroo has a good goals position. He's going to look for that side clear. Whoa, it was a double commit. Fortunately, Queensland does not get punished. They're looking to turn it back around, maybe get RSRC on the back foot. Outcast taking to the skies, doesn't have the angle, but the follow from Zinc is blocked.
Yeah, and that could have easily led to next goal as well. If Gustav wasn't there in the defense, that was a clear open net for the Queenslanders. Anyways, Acid with the demo job there on Outcast, we'll make sure that the Redbacks attack has been muted for now, but the score has mostly, for the most part, stayed inside that middle third here. No one able to really sustain consistent attacking pressure here as Evolution.
Oh, good clear from Rinkaroo, I believe. Keeping it on the offense, though, is SRC. They want that game 3. They want that goal, but they are unable to keep the offense going. Another chance for the Redbacks. Zinx is going to be the one who has the setup play. He's going for the dribble attempt, but it will be cleared by Acid, and the follow-up offensive play is there from Gustav. He has a goal, but he misses the ball completely, but the follow-up gets it in. Evolution Embers takes the lead.
Yeah, Gustav there with the misplay, but we do see the follow-up come through from Embers. He's in the right place at the right time. Outcast just didn't make it there to get full control, and that will finally be the first goal in Game 2, going over to Southern Rivers College.
And you have to think, maybe this could be that Game 3 right now for SRC. Furthermore, I believe that was the longest rally we have seen in this tournament without a goal.
Oh, definitely by a wide margin.
Like, that was actually an insane rally, so kudos to both teams in this one. But now there's only a minute left for the Redbacks to tie this one up. A minute left for SRC to hold on and take us to our deciding game. A demo, 2 demos from Zinx gives, the Redbacks what you would think complete control, but they don't seem able to capitalize on it. Acid actually gets it behind all members from the blue side, but there's no follow-up attack. Going to the skies, Acid gets it past 1. The ball is centered, the follow-up shot is there, but it goes to the left. A second attempt goes into the corner.
Yeah, that was a perfect setup there, but unfortunately the follow-up just doesn't work out here, as Acid will just get that ball out of the control of the Redbacks here, and well, it's been good so far from Rivers College, as all that could be very close.
Keeping the hope alive for the Queensland squad. However, with the time dwindling away, their offense needs to get going now, except they're on the wrong side of the pitch. Another opportunity perhaps for SRC. Final 10 seconds to go. Can Zinc find that deep clear? He gets it over the heads of many of the cars, but the aerial play from Acid will secure the win for SRC.
And for the first time, well, at least on stream, but I know for a fact for the first time in this entire national stage round robin, we will be seeing a decider. Good play there from SRC. They toughed it out. They got the win. They could have improved on a fair few things. Something that was worrying me a fair bit was their corridor play. But meanwhile, for the Redbacks, I want to take you back to that very quick 3v1 play. They got the demos, but there was 2 things wrong for the Redbacks. They just weren't in the right position. The ball was just a bit too far back. And all the players, they just didn't have enough boost really to push it forward quickly enough. And along with the demos just being slightly out of sync. That just worked out perfectly there for Southern River Colleges, as they will force us into Game 3 for the first time in the past few weeks.
Yeah, and what makes me really excited about SRC is that it was Acid who stepped up in this game and really, I feel, won the game for SRC. Once again, he's not the one with the goal, but he's the one who kind of faltered in game number 1, but really turned his play around for game number 2. Like, talk about a 180 in terms of performance and possibly mental state as well, and that was the difference between these two games. I think if you're the Redbacks, you have to think, how do we put this team down again? Because we don't want to get reverse swept.
No, being reverse swept, especially when you're looking for your first win in this competition, well, it's not really a good feeling to have, but all these questions will be eventually answered in the next 5 minutes as we finally go into Game 3 in this match between the Redbacks and Southern River Colleges.
And they are going back to their original side, so it will be the Redbacks in orange, SRC in blue. Maybe it's something about that orange side. Who knows? Maybe it's Acid re-emerging as the playmaker we wanted him to be. Either way, everything will be determined just now. This is the battle to win a game. Neither of these teams has found victory yet, and it comes down to Game 3 to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting Game 3 as well. We've seen both teams go hard on attack and hard on defense as Embers just overshoots the ball there. Very unfortunate. Could have been a nice little goal. As the ball quickly back on the attack here for SRC is Acid. Nice aerial play off the sidebar, but no one in the follow-up area. As Gustav will get demoed.
I'm liking this aerial attack coming out of SRC. It's unfortunate that the mechanics don't seem to be there yet, but that's the slowest shot. Zink able to catch it, knock it away. Still an SRC offensive play, except it bounces right over Acid, and Zink's able to get that clear. This could be an opening for the Redbacks. Do they have the ability to center the ball? A double commit does pay off for SRC as we get centered again. Acid, his aerial play has just come alive, but he's unable to find the net and gets demoed by Outcast, who finds the goal.
Yeah, the long range shot there. Let's look at the replay because not really the best angle there from the live shot, and yeah, Outcast.
Oh my God.
There's no one in the net, and why would you think there's going to be a shot from there? That is a near 100,000 play. It works to a T, and it will be the Redbacks with a 1-0 lead.
You have to feel for SRC after that one. That is mostly due to, I don't want to say luck because it was a smart demo play, but there was luck involved for that ball to actually find the net. It's like a trick shot in pool, you know? It's like, yeah, watch this, haha, bounce it off 3 banks and somehow you actually are able to make it. That said, it's a quick response from Gustuck.
And a defensive misplay there from OC Redbacks. Everyone just, well, out of the net. Effectively, Gustav with one of the easier shots in his life, just has to pop it in, and that will be 1-1 to both.
Yeah, I mean, a very, controlled and measured response from SRC, a much more conventional goal that time around, and we have a tie match with 3.5 minutes to go. Acid continuing to take to the skies, and that has been, I believe, the difference in this SRC squad, as no one from the Redbacks have had quite the answer for it. I feel like unless they can really, once again, try and get that ground game really controlled and more of the meta in this match once more, the advantage is going to be going SRC's way.
Yeah, Redbacks just seen a lot more control of the game. I really think as well they need to be trying to look for a bit more of an attacking play like what they're doing right now. Good job from Embers.
Where is Gustuck looking? Gustuck facing the wrong way. Unfortunately for the Redbacks, they can't capitalize on that yet, but Zeke has the shot. It's off the crossbar, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-1 Queensland lead.
Top of the net there for Zeke. As well, that ball could have been going a fair few different ways there, but he's able to just line it up after passing it to himself off the backboard. And the Queenslanders back in the lead, and this is what I was saying, they need more attacking pressure. They were showing it then, and look what happened. They score a goal, they take the lead, and now Southern River Colleges, they need to be effectively replying in kind here. They're already doing it. Good denial there. Good stuff with the follow-up.
Yes, and Acid once again making things happen. His dribble and aerial game sets this one up, and Gustuck just kind of hard forces it through 3 members of the Redbacks. The entire team could not stop this attack. It is sheer willpower keeping this game tied.
Definitely, and we're not even at the halfway stage yet, Max. This is a very, very tight game. 2-2 2:33 left on the clock. Both teams, they decided to go for the attacking play. It's working out for them quite nicely, but there's one thing they need to remember. They need to keep someone like around that halfway line just to make sure they have some sort of defense. They keep that up, and they're able to effectively stop it from moving too far into their side of the half. Well, they have a good shot of getting another goal and effectively taking out the win here. As
Evolution, open net! But what a save!
What a
Ringaroo
save.
able to dog the ball off of the crossbar and keep this game tied. That looked like the perfect opportunity for SRC to take a possible game-winning lead. Not to be, as we still continue with just under 2 minutes to go. Acid, he's been that star player, but he can't get the follow-up on his own setup. It's going to be Gustok tailing to the skies. Zinc able to get the clear, winning that 50-50. And once again, it looks to be, you know, that slow mid-control coming out of the Redbacks, interrupted by Evolution Embers. Again, he can't quite hit those follow-up shots. We've seen like 3 attempts, none of them able to connect in this one. Good clear from Zinc.
Yeah, Embers, he's doing a lot of work here, but he just can't find the final touch. That's probably his biggest problem right now. As SRC, well, they have control of the game for the most part here. That ball's still in the attacking third, as Outcast will fail a shot to clear it out. That's going off the backboard.
Oh my gosh, another open net doesn't find the mark, and Outcast is able to realign himself and make a great save. Zinc taking to the skies, keeping the clear going, but it is not to be, as I believe Gustok is now starting to play that rally game. Both teams fighting for that offense, trying to find the holes, trying to find that attack. Acid taking it to the corner, but is shut down by Outcast, who now actually has that opening shot. The ball is centered, but not centered enough. Rinkaroo actually stepping up from that mid pitch, not going to find the ability to keep the attack going. This looks like the opportunity for SRC.
Going end to end here, as this could be a
Oh!
Oh no! And this is what I was saying. You need to have someone, even in semi-defense, just to make sure you can get that ball away from your net. They did have someone there, but they just mistimed the flick, and that goes straight into the bottom corner. And that will be the Queenslanders regaining the lead, but 30 seconds remaining. You know what SRC can do? They can pile on the pressure here. They had it for the most part of that last 90-second period. Let's see if they can regain the lead. Oh, that was so close.
Rinkaroo almost putting this out of reach for SRC, but because it misses, there is one more chance. Can Acid pull that sky shot? Will there be follow-up from Evolution? It's going towards the goal. The ball is in a good position. The follow-up shot gets blocked. It was denied, I believe, by Rinkaroo. 1 second to go. It's in the skies, and the spike goes short, and Queensland wins.
Yes. HSE Redbacks, they pick up their first and will more likely be their only win for this tournament. Discounting the Kiama game, they should have been playing a bit later on, but yeah, both teams doing pretty well, all things considered. That was a pretty fun game to watch, but HSE Redbacks just that little bit more, but that could have been so different, especially if SRC could have got a few more of those open net shots. That probably killed them in the end, and very unfortunate for him.
That last shot was going in. That spike was going to be a goal. If there had been even 1 second left, we would have seen overtime. But as it stands, Queensland does find a win in 3 in what has been, you know, our best series to date. But we are not done yet. This is the main event, per se, as we are going to be seeing Max taking on Bayside with MEO potentially on the line. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Meta HSE Rocket League. It is time for our main event of the day. I would like to say it's not going last, but this has the largest implications to date. Win and in for both of these squads. I am hashtag formal casting, joined by Chris the Average. Yeah, man, that's my Twitter handle. Gotta plug it.
It's at.
It's
not a
crap.
hashtag.
No!
You blew it. You absolutely blew it. But anyways, this is effectively the preliminary final here. Mags from across the ditch taking on Bayside from Victoria. The winner of this, they go to MEO. So this is going to be effectively all for the money here, and this is going to be a very, very good game as well. Both teams having their highs, a few lows as well to be considered as well. But if you're asking me who's going to win this game, I think Mags will just have the early edge here. But anyways, we're into the lobby. We're almost in for the kickoff. Let's get this game underway.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic match. It is Mags on the blue side, Bayside on the orange side. We saw them play earlier today. They fell short against Unley, although they made it close in game 2. They've been getting better and better, but this is not the start that they wanted. Swaggle is able to get the score. Sorry, I murdered that name.
Savage Lewis.
Savage Lewis.
Will get the opening goal there, and he gets himself a nice long ranger shot as well. There was no one really in defense there from Bayside. They were still reorganizing after the kickoff. It does not help it in the slightest here. This could even be a 2-0. No, Exodus quickly back into net.
I have to admit, there is nothing worse than being dyslexic and trying to learn, who is actually in the game on the spot. I almost called him Snagglepuss, which is like the exact opposite of Savage Lewis. I had to bail on it at the time. Here comes the goal, and there is a 2-0 lead. This time it's Arky.
Yeah, nice shot there from Arky here. Look at the replay. He just pops it up over both Mega Maui and Exodus, and he just needs to tap it in because they're too far away. Well played there from the boys from Aotearoa as they go 2-0.
Yeah, this is New Zealand's hope for two teams to be playing at MEO. Arky trying to make it 3-0, doesn't find his way in just yet, and finally Bayside might be able to get that clear, but again, the rotation in the defensive play is actually looking quite strong out of Mags as well. You can see all members positioned behind the ball, so it's ample opportunities. Unless they run into each other like that, that's a good center. Mega Maui is unable to find the aerial.
Yeah, and a good clear there from Darth Druby, all things considered, able to just get over the top of the net and then push it out of the half. So good defensive piece of work there from him as they're already back on the attack. Oh, nearly getting the 50-50 there, Savage Lewis. But
Arky though has an open net, and
he gets it in the angle.
That was a tight angle, but he was in perfect positioning for it. Takes the shot. There was a near save coming out of, I believe that was Exodus, who just couldn't find himself behind that ball. Unfortunate, and with that Bayside already down 3-0 in just over a minute into the match.
And this is what we saw in the first game against Unley. They were just too slow out of the gates, and look what happened. They finally started to warm up towards the end, but just wasn't enough, and they lost that series 2-0. So they really need to try and get rid of those demons, but fortunately for them, the demons just continue to come back for them.
Yeah, rev up those fryers. It's time to heat up, boys. Can Bayside find their way back into this game, or will we be looking at New Zealand crossing the pond and coming to Victoria? We're 3-0 at the moment, and everything's been going the blue side's way. They're even on the offense once more, but this time Mesmerize is able to get a solid clear, semi-open net, but boost available for Mags. They're able to kind of clear it up. Arky lets it get behind him, no follow-up from center play. Mesmerize again misses the chance for the net, and once again it is Mags on offense.
Yeah, the Mags back to where they want to be here as, well, that was very close to Bayside, but no one really there with the follow-up. Very unfortunate for them. They could have got their first goal on the board here. Oh, that could have been disastrous there. Exodus with the follow-up will go wide. Very, very bad news there for Bayside here.
Yeah, that was the best opportunity for Bayside just yet, but this time they find the goal. Great setup, and Mega Maui's able to follow it up.
And just look at how they play this one here. Exodus able to get it off the backboard, and Mega Maui perfectly positioned there to go with the follow-up. This is what we want to see from Bayside. We saw them just being too slow out of the gate, but they have finally warmed up. They are finally here. They are ready to play, but have they sent it in a bit too late? That's the main question here. We've only just hit the halfway point, and the score's only 3-1.
Ooh, Mesmerize almost getting a cheeky goal to bring it within one, but it was a great save coming there from Pureial. At the moment, though, it is actually going to be the Bayside dropping back to defense. They cannot afford to give up another goal. I feel as if at the pace of this game, 3 goals is insurmountable, though. Exodus has a nice clear. It's nearly centered, actually, by Mags, but a bit of control from the blue side keeps them on a good side. Good, bit of a disrupt out of Mesmerize. Can't be capitalized on just yet. Mega Maui, though, from the mid-pitch, taking a shot off of the rebound. No one's home.
Yeah, no, and in the corridor there for the follow-up. Very unfortunate. Exodus goes again, but double commit will work in droves there for Max. And yeah, as you're saying, the flow of the game's definitely feeling like it is going slowly in Bayside's way, but they're just not converting on the scoreboard. That's their main problem right now. No one really there with the final touch. And Staff Druvy will be able to take down Mesmerize. They have to quickly go into defense, but he's now back up. But Mags still on the attack here as Exodus does pump off Druvy.
Yeah, but what I like, if you're a fan of Bayside, is it looks as if your team has warmed up a bit faster than they did in our opening match, which tells me even if they drop this one 3-1, moving on to Game 2 and Game 3, we might be seeing a much closer match. Like, you have to wonder, what would this game be like if Bayside didn't give up those 3 quick goals? Because their defense has just been getting stronger and stronger unless Arky can make the play. Nope, Mesmerize is there. Mega Maui unable to follow it up, but that's okay because, help from Exodus will keep the offense going. It's a chance. It's not going to be found, or is it? No, it's off of the crossbar. Mega Maui keeping the offense going. If Bayside are going to win this first game, they need to get something pretty much now, but they're already on the defensive side of the pitch.
And Exodus will be kicking himself there. He should have gotten that goal, but it goes the wrong side of the sidebar. It goes out of the goals, and 15 seconds remaining here. As you said, they will be ruining the very slow start. They gave up the 3 early goals, and that will be the difference here. There's not enough time to find 2 more, so it will be Mags getting the opening game, and they are only 1 off going to the Melbourne Esports Open.
Yeah, a fantastic start for Mags. Those 3 quick goals, the difference in this one, but I'm excited for what Game 2 and possibly Game 3 might bring. This is similar to what we saw out of SRC versus the Redbacks. These are 2 very evenly matched teams, and I want to see Bayside take this one to Game 3. Can you imagine, that situation where it's 1 game decides who makes the trip, who gets to play on the stage? It might very well come down to that, but Mags definitely the betters in this opening match.
Yeah, they were just too strong at the start, and they just snowballed from there. Bayside did have the attacking prowess in the second half of that game, but just wasn't enough. They didn't, as I said, they didn't have that final touch in any of their players, and so many opportunities went awry there as boys from Aotearoa. They will take Game 1, but yeah, I'm hoping for a Game 3 as well. This is what we want to see here, and both teams, they're fairly close together once they're all warmed up, but will that opening minute be the downfall of Bayside? Well, we still got at max another 10 minutes to figure that out, as we are very shortly going to be heading into Game 2.
Yeah, we will be going into our second match in this one. Once again, Mags will be on the blue side. Bayside will be on the orange, so we're not seeing some cheeky switch like we saw between SRC and the Redbacks, but what we will be seeing is 2 teams of high schoolers with a lot of pressure on their shoulders, because you have to remember, this is probably the biggest match of their gaming lives with what is at stake, so that pressure has to be high really for both sides. It's nearly a quick goal for Bayside. The offense is still there. Mags unable to really find that clear until finally Arky gets something going. Mesmerize off the rebound. The follow-up goes off the right crossbar. And no, Mesmerize can't find it again. You want to talk missed opportunities? There were so many right there, and Arky tries to make him pay and does.
No one with the final touch there. No one could get it into the net. So many opportunities, and they then fall to the quick counter. Arky was so critical in that play. He definitely has the clutch gene as Mags go 1-0 and Bayside left wondering what the goddamn hell has gone wrong for them here.
Yet that was not the start that Bayside was looking for. So many chances and just unable to capitalize. Meanwhile, for Mag's side, I feel like Arky's a name we've been saying a lot. He has been playing out of his mind this series, and that momentum is continuing into game number 2. But it is the offense for Bayside right now we are watching. They're trying to find that gap in the defense from Mags to tie this one up. Arky, again, the player to watch, is actually not needed. It's a good clear coming out of like Darth right there, Darth Druby, able to get it out, but here comes the return attempt. Arky has that aerial line, so nothing too dangerous yet. What a shot and what a save!
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Exodus. He had the right idea, but unfortunately Druby, right spot, right place, right time. He's able to just easily clear it out, and now Bayside, once again, they have the attacking prowess, but that quick counter.
Oh no, Maui misses! Maui, almost a critical error. Still, it does mean it's defense time for Bayside. A relentless attack out of Mags right now. It's trying to keep them on their toes. Arky not letting anyone from Bayside get anything at the moment. Mesmerize can't get it past, but Exodus on the return play, this is... Yep, there's the hole. It has been found by Mags, and once again, Bayside on that defense. Exodus can't get the shot that he needs.
Exodus, he's just trying his heart out, but he just can't find anything. As Arky goes to the shot, but will be defended there quite nicely from Exodus. And he's, well, as we said in the first game, he was doing a lot of work, but just wasn't enough, and now...
Oh no, Arky has a chance!
Arky just comes straight in from downtown there, through the corridor, and look at that. 2-0 to Mags, and with 2 minutes 40 remaining, they are in the box seat to join Unley at the Melbourne Esports Open.
Rocket League is a game of inches. We saw so many near goals from Bayside at the start of this match just be inches off, and with that goal right there, you saw Exodus was inches off from making the save. Things going Mags' way, and with a 2-0 lead halfway through game 2, already a game up, this is Mags' moment. Can they hold on to this one and punch their ticket to MEO?
Ball goes off the backboard here as, oh, that could have been disastrous, but once again, no one really in the corridor to go for the final touch there for Bayside, and that's been something that's been really bad for him. There hasn't really been any sort of follow-up attack from him here. They're trying to stop Ruby with a very sharp line. I want to see the replay of that because that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a sharp line and spike, and you can see, you know, there was a chance for a save from Mega, but unfortunately he went for the backflip and didn't keep driving forward. It is a 3-0 lead with 2 minutes to go. Mags just has to hold on. You know they're feeling the pressure now.
And their counter-attacks as well from Mags. They've been so lethal. 2 out of those 3 goals have come off the back of a misplay from Bayside, so
yeah,
this is definitely going to give them a lot of confidence. And we actually saw this a fair bit last week as well. We saw Mags punishing Unley a fair bit in their second game for were effectively minor mistakes, so they definitely have a shot at even somehow upsetting at MEO. But as the cookie crumbles right now, nice things, at the very least, they definitely got their ticket.
Yeah, they definitely are trying to find that way there. A minute 20 remaining. Exodus, he's kind of forced himself in this one-man army. I'm seeing every play now, before when there would be passing and setups coming out of Bayside, has just become the Exodus dribble show, and I don't think he has what it takes to outplay 3 strong Mags members. He needs to go back to falling on his teammates right now, but it might be too little too late. The Mags defense looks just as strong as their offense. Mesmerize not able to get that sort of shot that he wanted. Less than a minute. Things are coming up New Zealand in this one.
Oh, that was so close to Exodus as well. If he just was slightly off, I was going in and that would have been game. But yeah, as I was trying to say, no one really in the corridor here for Bayside. No one with the follow-up attempt as Exodus. Oh! Well
the
saved
one man,
Drury.
It's the one-man army, and he came so close. 30 seconds. Exodus again, taking to the skies with that aerial shot, but not enough power behind it. Mega Maui has that clear, trying to take it to the corner. We're at 22 seconds to go, though. There's too little time, I should say, on the clock. How much can they really do? Again, Mega Maui is unable to find that goal. We are 10 seconds away from Max going to MEO. So fans from New Zealand, rejoice. You will have 2 teams at the Melbourne Esports Open.
And as the ball finally drops, congratulations to Mags Pureial. As he said, they'll be joining the boys from Rangitoa.
Yes.
I know I've horribly mispronounced that, but still, 2 New Zealand teams at the Melbourne Esports Open. Now, that is an achievement within itself, but the way that Mags dominated here in this game against Bayside, especially in Game 2, they shut down Exodus, who, well, didn't really help himself with a fair few shots just going wayward at the start. Could have been a completely different dynamic if even just one of those went in. But yeah, it was just full and utter control there from the New Zealanders, and from that, they'll be getting a spot to challenge Unley at the Melbourne Esports Open.
Yeah, that was a great game from Mags. As a whole, I'm really excited to see how they're going to face up against Unley at MEO. It's going to be a fantastic series. I just worry that Unley is too aggressive for them. I feel as if Bayside really was a more defensive team in this tournament, and when we saw Unley take on Bayside, they capitalized on that, and it was like all aggression all the time. Where in this matchup right now between Mags and Bayside, I feel as if Mags almost played that similar passive style and waited for mistakes to capitalize on. Will those mistakes be there for Unley? I don't know.
Well, from what I saw last week, Unley weren't invincible. Mags were able to capitalize on a fair few mistakes from him, but there's another thing we have to consider. Obviously, both teams, they're on high ping playing online, but at MEO, they'll be on a LAN server, and that is the great equalizer in esports, playing at a constant 5 ping. That is what we all want to see, and this will be how we truly decide who is the best in Oceania.
Yeah, it is going to be a real treat, but we are not done here yet because there are still 2 questions that need to be answered, and they are very similar questions. Question 1, can Unley go undefeated in the group stage? And question 2,
Possible?
Can SRC win a match? Because that will be our final match of the stream, and it will be coming to you guys in roughly 10 minutes. So please do not go anywhere.
Lately I've been feeling down.
Faded in this dark and smoky room. Way your face reflecting bright green, brights and blues. You know I can't go on to disappear with you, but don't think that is what I would usually do. You know it's just like I felt the heat the moment he pressed his lips up against mine. Don't wanna fuck this whole thing up like I do every time. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'll fire in my heart, yeah. starts to go back and forth inside my head. Should stop before I'm in too deep and I can't go back. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You the wildfire in my heart, yeah. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You the wildfire in my heart, yeah. So I've come to the conclusion, just a rotten piece of fruit. So I'll end up dying slowly, rotting away. See, I just want to be able to climb without a fall, to get out of this maze and run. Please strike me thunder, let me get closer to the light. Please strike me thunder, so I can be free. Please strike me thunder, let me get closer to the light. Let me go under the water till I can breathe right.
Everything falls into place. The minute you leave and give me space. I wanna know how it feels to live and let go without being put in my place. I'ma just dive right into the wild side, and I'ma ride the wave until I die. Until I die. The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Meta HSE RL Rocket League States Divisional Final match. This is it, the final showdown that we are going to be seeing played online. I, of course, am at Formal Casting, joined by Chris the Average, and I believe we are each excited to see how this last one pans out.
I'm just happy that you got your Twitter handle right this time around. But yes, I'm excited for this game as well. As you said before we went to break, 2 questions to be decided here. Will Unley go undefeated, or SRC pull off a miracle and find themselves with at least 1 victory to their name? I'm of the opinion of the first option, to be completely honest. But you never know. SRC can just pull something out of the air, and they might even be able to sign up on the win. We don't know.
I mean, they are state champions for a reason, are they not? So clearly they do know how to win games, but it is going to be a tough one in this one as the teams are loading in.
Time out. Why is there 2 delusions?
I only see 1 delusion. I see what you mean.
Yeah, this could be interesting.
Yeah, delusion versus delusion. Might be a bit of a graphical error in that one. That said, though, we are in the match, as it should be noted that is Unley on the blue side, taking on SRC on the orange side. Just a quick reminder, Unley already going to MEO. They are undefeated so far in this group stage. SRC, they're not really playing for much except for pride because they have yet to win a match. And what a match it would be if they can take down the undefeated squad.
Yeah, that would be pretty darn big here, as well. They've
Sorry, I believe you may have cut out there as it stands. Are you back, Chris? All right, I don't. Am I here? Okay. Yep. All right, I am still in this one, so we may have lost Chris. That is a-okay. It's time for the formal solo cast, as fortunately no goals have gone through just yet. About to hit that 4-minute mark, and it's a very controlled Unley squad this time. Not really looking to be a bit too aggressive, as I believe Chris has returned just in time to see the first goal of the match.
Yeah, looks like my internet provider decided to just give me a bit of a micro stutter, but I won't go on about that for too long. A nice little goal there from the boys from South Australia. As well, the ball's just perfectly set up there from Josh, and he's able to shoot it in.
Yeah, so it is a quick goal for Unley, 1 minute in. Delusion looking to work on his dribbling skills, gets past one, and almost kind of gets blocked by his own side. That's Josh Ortex. He went for a sneaky steal of the goal, but it is defended. I think what we want to be looking at in this match more so about than the crazy upset is how Unley plays and what we might expect to see moving to our grand final. Because at the moment, if you're a fan of Max, you want to be looking for any weakness in this blue side squad.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this during the break. One of the things we agreed on that was that Unley were a very aggressive squad, and we're seeing it right now as, will they get the goal? Ooh, that was very close. Josh will be able to slow it down, but Gustav able to clear it away. But yeah, they're a very aggressive team, while Mags, they're a bit more fluid in their play style, normally a tad more defensive as Delusion. We'll get the goal there.
That's Rat's Delusion, because there are 2.
Yeah, look, someone's playing cheeky buggers with us, because there is no, according to us, there is no Delusion in the SRC squad, so, you know.
All right, so it's someone on SRC who has the naughty one and has changed their name. That is good to know, but what is also good to know is how strong Delusion was right there at the dribble game. Ball control, very important at this high level. Gustav goes high, can't get high enough as Mud Doodle spikes it in.
And this is something else that Unley have been really good at so far this tournament. We've seen them getting a lot of very tight angle goals in, and well, the way they're doing it, it makes it so hard for defensive team to defend. Now, Mags, they are a good defensive squad, but the question is, can they defend can they defend against stuff like that? For the most part, we did see him do it somewhat in the game last week, but it's going to be hard for him. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough cookie to, take down as Delusion. Once again, that dribbling skill on point. This time, it's the other Delusion, however. This is SRC's Delusion, making it look easy.
Yes, very good goal from him there. Able to just give Beans effectively from halfway line. He gets it in, and that will be SRC, at the very least, finding themselves with 1 goal.
Yep, so they are able to find 1 in this one, which, honestly, that's a pretty good effort considering how strong this Unley squad is, but the Delusion, proper Delusion, trying to take to the skies, unable to find anything this time around, so a bit of a counterattack coming out of SRC. They're going to keep the rotation going. Can they actually get past this Unley defense? It appears to be not, however, as that was Josh Ortex with the clear attempt. Delusion makes a good save off the re-engage, but is unable to get the correct follow-up. SRC driving the ball into the corner. They're trying to find a way into this. And judging by the way how these matches are playing, I don't want to accuse a team straight up of sandbagging, but I feel as if Unley, they're playing at a much slower pace than what we saw against Bayside.
And, I mean, in all fairness, SRC have been playing fairly pest-like in all defense to him. It hasn't really been a lot of opportunities to go for those sort of attacking plays, but yeah, the pace is a bit slow, but I like seeing this bit of this change up from Unley. It shows that they're not all about the aggressive play style, and they can play a bit more of a slower, methodical style of Rocket League, and that could be the victory. That was a nice little save there from Evolution Embers, but Delusion on follow-up, I will send it wide.
Yeah, Evolution, he had the save, almost had the clear as well, but instead it will be the continuing Unley attack, trying to find their 4th goal in this one. 1 minute to go. Still hope for SRC to actually take a cheeky game. Ball going to the skies. A bit of a miss from Josh Ortiz. However, there is help in the side of Mundoodle to really get a solid clear. So no goal to be had. 47 seconds remaining. What is it that Unley can do? Or more importantly, can SRC make something happen?
Yeah, it's a pretty big question. They are going full out here, SRC, and it's going to pay off in pretty much everything as Evolution Embers able to just sneak it through there. Look at the replay. Yeah, Unley just didn't work out, especially for Mudnoodle, who actually pass it straight back to Embers. Is more than obliged to tap it into the net, and then we'll close down the gap to 1, but Unley, they have all the advantages here. Let's see if they can hold them out for the final 30.
Yeah, 30 seconds going. SRC might be getting a bit excited here. They have a chance to pull off a great upset in this first game. That said, Unley is on the offense, and SRC does need to find a goal in 20 seconds. This is a bit of attempt at the moment coming out from Evolution Embers, but he overshot the attempt. And once again, Unley is on the attack. Mudlogal doesn't need to find that angle because Delusion finds the net.
Muscle up there from Delusion. He already sets up the ball from the other end as well. He makes himself known quickly down the other end. Helps to beat the 2 defenders. And that should secure game 1 here for Unley, as they are more likely going to take game 4-2.
Yeah, Unley, a strong showing in this first match, but to be quite honest, I'm a little bit more impressed by SRC. They've gone up against, that number 1 seed, that undefeated squad, and took it to them, nearly though a 5th goal at the end, doesn't find the net, so it's only a 2-goal differential at the end of our first match.
Yeah, only 2 goals the difference here. Props to SRC. They were actually able to make that game pretty darn competitive. Obviously, Unley were playing a bit of a slower play style, but still worked out quite not nicely for him here. It shows that they're a bit more flexible in their play styles. They can't play that more setup sort of style of Rocket League, and especially when you take on Mags, who will be punishing you for a lot of mistakes that you could be doing. This is what you want to see. Just having full ball control, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to pounce, and worked out nicely for him.
Yeah, and it should be worth noting that the Delusion that we are seeing on Unley, I believe, is the same Delusion who is a professional player, and that, I believe, is why, we are seeing the name copy.
Time out. You're saying there's a ringer?
Look, he is a high school student and just happens to play for drunk driving at the moment. So, he's a very strong player. He has a bit of a fan base, and that is why a member on SRC has cheekily copied his name in this one.
Yeah.
It also explains that immaculate ball control.
Oh, I thought you were saying that the delusion SRC was the ringer, but
No, it's not the SRC delusion this time.
Okay,
It's Unley's delusion.
That makes a lot more sense. I was just going, wait, what? What? Anyways, game 2 on the way. Let's leave that in the past as, well, what's the plan here for SRC? Well, they need to try and just get the early lead and hold out. That's what I think they should be doing.
That it should be, that plan's all good, I should say. But in order to have that happen, they need to get that early lead. And at the moment, they've just been unable to find it. Good clear right there coming out of Josh Ortiz. Nice follow-up into the corner as well. No shot opportunity, though, to be found. And as a result, it's a clear for the side of SRC. Finally gets it on the other side. Great positioning from Josh Ortiz, though. Strong aerial game coming out of this purple car.
Yeah, definitely a strong play there coming out from him as, well, that could have been very close to a goal, but Delusion, the real one, is able to clear it away.
Yeah, the real delusion definitely doing quite a strong job in this one. Mud Noodle is the one taking it to the skies. He's trying to spike it. He loves those spike shots, unable to find the mark this time around, but the offensive play continues until a strong clear. Josh Ortiz intercepting the ball at mid-pitch, but the attack continues. Follow-up from Goose Duck. He's trying to center it, but goes a little bit too low. And with that, the offense fails, and it is another opportunity for Unley.
Yeah, Unley looking to go quickly back on the attack here. Josh Ortex just slightly overshoots the mark here. Will allow SRC back on the attack, but well played from Delusion. Able to clear it out, and just like that, the ball back to where it began as they go for a shot. But Delusion will pop it up. There are people in the corridor, but
it's a good set, and everyone misses. Everyone misses, and Delusion will tap it in himself. That was a 5-person commit that no one seemed to tap.
Yeah, that was a bit of a yikes for me, dog, all things considered, but yeah, Delusion sets up the ball, no one taps it, he goes, alright, he taps it in himself, and that's how the first goal is scored in this game between Unley and SRC.
It's a 1v5 effort coming out of Delusion to give Unley that lead. They are 3 minutes away from going 5-0 and winning this group stage unblemished, not dropping a single game as Josh Ortiz takes a mid-pitch shot, easily caught by fake Delusion. Not going to be able to get that solid clear. However, here comes another set from Josh Ortiz. Nobody behind him, and this could be that opening for SRC, except they don't seem to have the confidence to commit for these 50-50s. Josh Ortiz with the aerial pass, but no one's able to connect in the skies, so he follows it up himself, trying to center the ball. Will there be follow-up this time around? Josh Ortiz actually might be a beneficiary of the own goal. Not going to happen this time.
Yeah, he was only 1 percentage angle off. That could have been an entirely different story, but the ball stays out of the net for now here as they're quickly back on the attack. Evolution Embers trying to find the angle, but Josh Vortex able to just get there in time. Goose Stuff will send it wide of the mark here. And Max, I need to ask you something.
Yes.
If he's a fake Delusion, does that make the RC Delusion an...
Yes, it does. It's a Spectre on the orange side for SRC. 1-0 though continues to remain our goal. Josh Ortiz missing the opportunity to keep the offense going, but it will be picked up by other members of the team. The setup is there. Where is the follow-up shot? It doesn't appear as if that Mud Noodle wanted to commit just yet. Taking to the skies, no connection from Josh Ortiz. Delusion now will be the one who will have to try to get the setup next. The 3-man clear coming out of SRC, though, doesn't want to cross that mid-pitch. It seems as if SRC is just content to play defense in this one. Delusion taking to the skies, can't get it past 3. Will SRC play aggressive now? Finally, they're moving to Unley's side. They have a chance with 1:10 to go. Can they find that net?
They were just a bit too slow there on the rotation, and they will not be able to find the back of the net this time around as the ball quickly back on the attack here for the boys from South Australia. And 1 minute remaining, they've effectively done what they need to here. They're more than content to just work on their skill shots, work on their aerial attack here as, well, they've effectively won this game here as the Illusion is able to clear it out.
Yeah, Delusion with a good save there. Joss Ortiz, is not going to be able to find the shot, and that's an empty net. SRC has a chance. The ball is cornered. Do they follow through? Joss Ortiz able to keep it off of that top crossbar and follow it up with help from the team for the clear. Delusion, great dribbling once again, dodges out one member. Evolution Embers trying to find his way past, but the offense is too strong out of Unley. 15 seconds to go. Undefeated group stage on the line if they can hold on.
Yeah, 8 seconds left here, and they've got ball control. This game is effectively over. Unley will go to MEO. We already knew that, but they'll make it as undefeated in the group stage. The ball will eventually fall here, but it's still going.
They're playing with us. Oh my gosh, they might actually make it 2-0 if they find the net, and there it is. So it is 2-0 for Unley, not dropping a single game at all through this group stage. It was 2-0 the entire way, so a fitting scoreline to end this one.
And Goosesuck would just give him a little bit of help with that one as well. But, yep, as you say, undefeated through the group stage here. Unley, they have proven themselves while they were favorites at the start of it, and now they have solidified that. They will have a lot to, they have already a lot to prove at MEO, but with the way they've performed here at the round robin stage, they've already answered a fair few of those questions.
Yeah, and considering, some of the matches that some of the players on Unley have, played in the past, I feel as if going into MEO, not only does the Unley squad may have the skill advantage, but they might have the experience advantage as well. Yeah. A point I made up in regard to Mags before was that, many of these players might not have played a high-pressure game like this one before. Well, we have someone who has played in majors in the past, so definitely going to be a tough hill to climb for Mags. Unley look nigh unstoppable.
They definitely do, but there's so many different factors on land. Obviously, you said the pressure will be on Mags because it's more likely going to be their first land, but remember, they're not going to be playing on 60 or 70 ping anymore. They will be playing at a stable ping similar to their opposition, but in saying that, Unley, they'll be in the same boat as well. Normally, the ping in SA is about 40 to 50, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, so they'll be down to a more reasonable level as well. So the great equalizer could just prove the tipping point here for Mags, but we have to wait about 29 days, the 1st of September, on the Sunday morning. We'll be at MEO.
Yeah, in the Melbourne Arena is where you will see us next for some meta HSE Rocket League. On that note, because this has been our big last online broadcast, really, a lot of thank yous to go out to a lot of people. First and foremost, a thank you to Reinhardt, our broadcaster throughout the entirety of the league, the silent man behind the camera, making everything work, all those smooth scene transitions. You can thank him.
Yeah, definitely. He's been doing a lot of work here, along with both us. Obviously, you've been doing a fair bit of work over at the League of Legends tournament as well, Max.
Yes.
I've made an appearance there as well, but we also need to thank our other co-casters who have helped us a long way, that being NC, Tico, Pfizer last week. He was a massive help to us, and obviously all the casters at the regional finals. Without them, obviously, we wouldn't know what happened there, and obviously, one more quick thanks to both the admins and to you guys for watching us. It's been fun to take you through the online stage, and, we've only got one more game left. That'll be at MEO, and luckily, we'll be there to cast it, won't we, Max?
Yes, it will. I mean, announcing it right now, Formal and Chris the Average at MEO, casting Mags versus Unley. It's going to be a treat, and I can't wait to see you all there. So, until next time, have a great month of August.
Bye.